Zoomuniversity taking over your life as much as it's taking over mine. I feel like there's literally just no escape from it. Well, then this video is for you. What's up guys, my name is Zoe Psychowski and welcome back to my motivational YouTube channel, Zoe's 2 Dots on Life. So I haven't been posting YouTube videos consistently for the past 3 weeks because Zoomuniversity has indeed been taking over my life. But now I do feel like I'm in a really good routine, I feel grounded, I feel just ready to get back into posting weekly videos, so get excited for some more videos in the upcoming weeks. So I'm currently at my campus and all of my classes are online. 2 of them are going in person in just 1 week from today, or from Monday. And I know a lot of people out there are in a similar boat. I've had some requests for this video, so I figured I would just give you all some of my advice and tips for how to just stay mentally strong during a period where we have to literally sit at our laptops all day for school rather than walk to our classrooms like we were able to in the past. So my first piece of advice would be to get some good routines. Like, just because your class starts at 9:30 doesn't mean you should be grabbing your laptop at 9:25 from your bed to get ready for class, because you are not going to be paying attention. I guarantee you that. And then you're going to fall behind in the class, then you're starting to get stressed at the last minute, and it's going to be a whole downhill effect. So commit yourself to waking up at a certain time. For maybe it's 8 a.m., maybe it's 7, maybe it's 6. Like, you pick whatever time works best for you. And then actually follow a set routine of like what you do in the morning to get yourself prepared for the day ahead. For me, I've been waking up at 5:45, so 45 minutes later than my 5 a.m. video, but I've stayed up a little bit later because of school, so it's kind of, I needed to find that balance. So I wake up at 5:45, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, exercise, take a shower, and then I usually get ready and I will read a chapter of a book and I will meditate, and then I'll eat breakfast and I'll be ready for the day. So I've done that literally every single day, and it gets me like in the best headspace to start my day, since I'm gonna be sitting on my laptop for the entire next few hours. I used to like wake up and just start school right away, but that would just lead to me being really stressed out about everything that I had to do for the rest of the day. I also have a night routine too, so pick the specific time you want to go to bed. Obviously it might fluctuate with school because you have certain deadlines, but pick like a rough estimate, okay, between this hour and this hour, just so like some nights you're not staying up on TikTok until 3 in the morning. So just make sure you just get in that really good like structure. And some people say routine and structure tend to get boring, but I've realized that structure actually helps me spend less time worrying about certain things. Like, I don't have to worry about when I'm reading, if I'm journaling, like all those things. I kind of automate those habits so that they're gonna happen no matter what, no matter how busy my day is. And then I spend all my time and my energy thinking about, okay, these are the things I need to get done for my to-do list today, or these are the people I want to talk to today, or like just the most important things of the day, so I don't have to think about the daily habits. Tip number 2, this one, I don't think a lot of people are gonna like me for it, but put your phone in a drawer during class. It is so obvious when you are like on Zoom and you're not paying attention and you're just like looking down on your phone, like when you have to have your camera on for class. And even when you don't have your camera on, like, you should still put your phone in a drawer. I think the biggest reason why I've done well like on Zoom is because like I'm 100% like where I am. Like, if I'm trying to multitask, if I'm on my phone answering emails on the Zoom call, then where am I really? Like, I'm nowhere. So if I'm not anywhere, then I'm just not getting anything out of that class that I'm paying for. And that teacher, that speaker, whoever it is that's talking to you is giving you their time, right? They don't have to be doing that. So I think just out of mutual respect, I like to be engaged, to be looking at my camera, and like then I can go on throughout my day knowing that, hey, I gave my 100% focus to that moment. So now, like later on, if I have to study for something, like I probably will retain that information better since I was actually paying attention. I'm not perfect, like I do go on my phone during some of my classes. It's something I do need to improve on, but I think having this recognition is where it's really gonna help. And like, if you were in an in-person class, would you just be on your phone and answering emails the entire time? Probably not. So make sure you kind of compare those two things and act the same, like even though one's on Zoom, like what's the difference? Tip number 3 is to dedicate some of your time to something other than school, whether it be working out, a passion project, a virtual club or organization. And I think with Zoomuniversity, the problem is that there's no boundaries. Like before we had, okay, this is when I'm going to class, and this is when I'm not in class. I can do other things. But now, since it's all just on your laptop, like everything seems to blend together. So make sure you create those boundaries and make sure you spend some time working on things other than just school. Like for me, working on this YouTube channel is something I'm doing outside of school. Or, you know, I'm in a whole bunch of different virtual clubs. Like I'm interacting with different people on those calls. Or like if I go on a walk or if I'm like working out in my room, then at least I'm kind of breaking it up. I'm not just doing school, or that's how you're gonna go crazy. So my next tip is to find the positives in these virtual classes. Don't just complain about them all the time. I know too many people that are always just constantly like, oh, these Zoom classes are the worst. Like, I hate Zoom. Zoom stinks. Like, why do we have to do this? Like, all this stuff. And like, I get it, you know, it would be nice if we were in person for our classes, but like we're not and we don't have a choice. So why be feeding in more negativity into an already seemingly negative situation? All you can do is focus on what you can control. You need to focus on where your thoughts are, where you are taking action, what you're paying attention to. Like, you need to think about like, okay, I can't control if I'm in person or not, but hey, I can control if I do a routine in the morning. Like, that still can exist. So just put your energy into things that you can control and just stop complaining and stop feeding into the negativity. And think about some positives. Like, I've noticed that I have easier communication with my professors now because everything is virtual. Everyone's always on their computers. They respond quickly. I can Zoom with them and meet with them much more easier if it was like office hours. I can meet so many more people via Zoom. I spend less time walking to my classes now. I can work with people from across the country. Like, it is pretty cool what we can do with Zoom. So make sure you focus on what you are getting out of this experience and what you're learning. And my 5th tip is to just remind yourself that this too shall pass. And it's crazy that it's been almost a year of this. Know that, you know, one day you're gonna look back on all of this and you're gonna be like, wow, like we did that. So know that this is temporary and don't let these external circumstances dictate like the way you react. It's easy to blame others or blame like the world and blame all these things, but really life is, this is one of my favorite quotes, life is like 90% of, or it's 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. Just be optimistic about the future. Get yourself in good routines during this time so that when you do look back, you're like, wow, I couldn't really do much, but hey, like I used my time wisely to grow as a person and I'm proud of like all that I did, even though I couldn't really do much. So I think a lot of like succeeding on Zoom does come down to your mentality because it is manageable, it is doable. If you have good time management skills, if you have a positive attitude about it, then you can do this. Like, you can. We're already 3 weeks done of the semester and there's what, like 12 to go? So yeah, I mean, just keep that attitude, keep that work ethic, and you're gonna do great. Follow me on Instagram if you need more tips. Feel free to message me, always here to answer. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.